Okay, so a trailer has hit for the new Ghostbusters trailer, and I gotta say, this trailer helped me remind me that there was a Ghostbusters movie coming out this year. It's not because I don't like the idea of an all-female Ghostbusters cast. I actually kind of think it's a really awesome idea. The reason why I'm just using the image here for the male Ghostbuster, for the original Ghostbuster team is because, well, YouTube can be a dick sometimes, so I didn't want to, risk using a screenshot from the trailer. Anyway, so with this film, with this trailer, I'm optimistic about it. I'm very much optimistic about it. We only get one shot of Chris Helmsworth, and I think he's possessed. Even though, I know he's the secretary in the film, but yeah. Now, this film is actually from, I believe, the director and writer, or it's either the writer or the director of Bridesmaids, which I actually really like Bridesmaids. I know it's a chick flick, but it's a fun chick flick. Like, it's one of my brother's favorite comedies. Actually, it's definitely up there for me as well. But yeah, with this, what was I going to say? With this movie, with this trailer, I was very much interested. I will say this, and this is the only there's only two real concerns about this movie. The first being that Megan McCarthy is a scientist. Now, she could be, it could be the same thing as like Venkman, where he's a fun scientist. But I feel like, Megan McCarthy has there are roles, and it's very much like there are many other actors like this. I'm just, Megan McCarthy's the example here because she's in the movie. So, the reason why I bring this up is because Megan McCarthy, there are roles you can give McCarthy, and she's awesome at it. Like that, she'll be the funniest damn thing you've ever seen. And then there are other roles where you give her those, and it's the most obnoxious thing ever. Like seriously, have you guys ever seen Tammy? Oh my god, I can't sit through it. But yeah, there are other times where where you can give her a role, and it's the funniest damn thing ever. So I'm completely cool with this. Well, I'll just have to wait and see. There's the better word. I'll have to wait and see. Is like maybe she can pull off being the female equivalent of Venkman, because not because like I'm comparing here, but that's what one of the a director, Paul Feige, said, is that she's going to be the female equivalent of Venkman, and it's really hard to top Bill Murray's Venkman because he's Venkman. What was I going to add on to this? So, we have all these other, let's talk about the other concern I have is the ghosts. Man, do the ghosts not look good. At least to me. Like, they look something like out of the Haunted Mansion movie from Eddie Murphy. And maybe it's just the trailer, maybe the effects will be better. We've seen that before where we see the first trailer and some of the CGI effects don't look that great, but then when you see the movie itself, the CGI effects actually look a lot better. So that's what I'm hoping. At least Slimer looked good in the trailer. It was nice to see Slimer. And there were, the first ghost they see is actually pretty interesting design. And I think they're actually, now that I think about it, I think they're actually using a mixture of motion capture, CGI, practical and CGI effects for the ghosts. So it's very much like in, the original Ghostbuster movies, where in those it was a mixture of, puppeteering and special effects. So maybe they're hearkening. So it looks like they may be hearkening back to that. To me, it just looks like a little it needs a little more work. I'm not saying they're terrible. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying they're terrible at all. I'm just saying that they just need a little more work, or maybe they'll look better. Maybe they'll look a lot better in the movie. I'm really hoping they do, because I want this movie to succeed. Because I'm a big Ghostbusters fan, and I think the idea of a all-female Ghostbusters team is pretty freaking awesome. What else did I want to say? The effects for the proton packs, those look they look all right. Not gonna lie, they look eh. But other than that, it's nice to see these come back. It's nice to see them come back to this universe, and it's nice to see them actually say that this is kind of like a pseudo sequel to the film. Like apparently, from the trailer we saw that 30 years ago, a group of people saved the world from ghosts. And now, it looks like, because I always thought this was going to be a reboot. I honestly thought this was going to be a reboot, but this looks like it's going to be a soft reboot of the franchise. And they are acknowledging that, yes, what happened in Ghostbusters, and maybe Ghostbusters 2, depending on if they want to go that route, did happen. The events of what happened in the Ghostbusters film did happen, and now we're following the next generation. So, yeah, I'm all for it. It's nice to see that they're actually, that Sony is actually acknowledging that what happened in the Ghostbusters films did happen, and this is just another, this is a new chapter. Kind of like it's the Force Awakens for Ghostbusters. Yeah, there you go. There you go. What else did I want to say about this? Oh, let me talk about the one thing that that really bothered me, that really got under my skin, is that even in the trailer you see the oversaturation of Sony product placement. Even Marvel and Disney don't do this at nauseum, but Sony does this at super nauseum. It's like they have to stroke their own dick. So, yeah, that's the only thing, and that's just a common thing in Sony. Hell, even in Hotel Transylvania, you see that. Anyway, so other than the oversaturation of Sony of product placement because of Sony, yeah, this looks like a pretty good trailer, and hopefully, I'm really hoping the movie does well. I don't know, I think it's, like I said, it comes out summer, and I think July. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I think it's somewhere in July. Can't remember the exact date, but I'm pretty sure it's in July. All in all, it looks good. Hopefully the ghost effects will be better, and yeah, I'm just looking for a fun comedy, Anyway, with ghosts. Now, if only we could get a Danny Phantom movie. Non-live action, mind you, from Nickelodeon. Not live action, like I said, from Nickelodeon. Get on it, Nick. You brought back Jungle Movie. You're making a two-parter. Bringing back Legend of the Hidden Temple as a movie. So you damn well better do something with Danny Phantom. Anyway, that's a rant for another time. But you guys tell me, what did you all think of the Ghostbusters trailer? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.